So here is an actual problem on the SAT for similar triangles. Okay, it says a summer camp counselor wants to find the length X in feet across the lake as represented in the sketch. The lengths represented by AB, EB, BD, and CD on the sketch were determined to be, all right, let's fill in the numbers here. Okay, so AB is 1,800 feet. Okay, here's AB. This is 1,800. And next up is EB. That is 1,400. So EB is here. All right, next up is BD. That's 700. So that's right here. And finally, CD is 800. So that's right here. Okay. Segments AC and DC intersect at B. AEB and CDB are the same measure. What is the value of X? Okay, AEB is this angle here, and BDC is this angle here. So those are already marked congruent. All right. And now we only have to prove one other pair of angles congruent to prove they're similar. Okay, remember from geometry, remember when you have the X shape, those are vertical angles. Okay, and the ones across are congruent. So this one here is going to be congruent to this angle right here. All right, and then of course, once you have two angles of a triangle congruent, the third angles have to be congruent. So let's just mark that one as well. 1, 2, 3, and angle C, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we have everything matched up. All right, we want to solve for X. So we can set up a ratio and proportion. Okay, we'll call this with the 1 mark, we'll call that angle 1, we'll call this angle 2, and we'll call this angle 3. Okay, if it helps you, I'll just write that little number there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this one here is 2, and this is 1, and this is 3. Okay, so now we want to do the same thing on both triangles. Okay, so across from angle 2, that's going to be X. And across from angle 2 on the other triangle is going to be 800. Okay, now we just have to do that one more time. Now, on the small triangle here, if we go across from angle 1, we don't have that side length. Okay, so we're not going to use angle 1, and we already used 2, so now I'm going to use 3. Okay, so across from angle 3, going from angle to side, that is 1400. And across from angle 3 on the small triangle, that's 700. Okay, it doesn't matter how you set up your fractions as long as you're consistent in the top and the bottom and from this fraction to this fraction. Okay, so this fraction here was the bigger triangle on the left. This fraction here was the small triangle on the right. Okay, so this one was the big triangle, and this one here was the small triangle. Okay, and from this point on, it's easy. You can cross multiply if you want to, but clearly you can see that if you multiply the 700 times 2, you will get 1400. Okay, so if you multiply 800 times 2, you will get X. And of course, 800 times 2 is just 1600. So that's it. All right. So these two triangles are similar by AA. Okay. Once you prove two pairs of angles congruent, the triangles are similar. All right. And I didn't need to write the statement because I found corresponding side lengths by going across from corresponding angles that were congruent. So that's it, 1600. Okay, I saw this one on the PSAT, and the figure above, which of the following ratios has the same value as AB over BC? All right, let's see. Okay, if you look at the big triangle and you look at the triangle on the right, they both share angle C. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to mark congruent to itself. Angle C is congruent to angle C. All right. And if you look at, let me see, I'll make this one the big triangle, and I'll make this side here the triangle on the right. Okay. Now, if you look at the angle that's 28 degrees, that's angle A. And for the triangle on the right, the one that's 28 degrees is angle DBC. All right. So now we can make a similarity statement. All right. C matches C. And then A matches, and you look at the letter in the middle, the vertex. All right. A matches B. And then you just put the remaining letter. We have for the big triangle, we have CAB. And for the triangle on the right, we have CBD. Okay, so those two triangles are similar. All right, and they want to know what is the same as AB over BC. All right, let me see here. So, if we did AB over BC, that is, let me see here. Okay, AB over BC AB is second and third letters. Okay, so that's going to be the second and the third letter, and then BC is going to be the third and first letter. So that is the third and first letter. Okay, so now I'm going to do that on this one here. Second and third is going to be BD. And then third and first is going to be DC. Okay, BD over DC, and that's answer A. All right, I got lucky because it was first. All right, that's a tough one. Okay, but on this one here, you have to make the statement first. So AB is the second and third, 2 and 3. BC is the third and first. Okay, and then just do the same thing on this one. Second and third, BD. Third and first is DC. All right. So that is answer A.